Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. So, the Four of Cups is kind of an interesting card because, some people read it as, it's read as like boredom, apathy, or just, not, this guy's just sitting here all doom and gloom when he has all these women here, bringing him all the stuff and waiting on him, and he just still doesn't seem to be happy about it. But, there is sometimes we just get into a funk and we know we should be happier and we know that we're being, that we're sort of depressed for no, obvious reason, and that we do have a lot of great things in our lives. And, but we still just, are just not feeling up to par. So there may be a little bit of, underlying sort of discontent or just feeling sort of down this week. You know, I would give yourself a break. I mean, I could sit here and say, "Oh, be grateful for what you have," blah 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 blah. Could be worse, but sometimes we do just have sometimes where we're in a little bit of a funk or a little bit depressed, and so I would just say to nurture yourself and try not to make yourself more down because you're down on yourself for being down. Okay. Ooh, and the Ace of Wands. So maybe this is going to be a promotion for some of us. I mean, this is an exciting card. It's new work, new passion, new beginning, new motivation, something you're really excited about, new thoughts, growth, um, expansion, all of the newness in the suit of wands, which is work, passion, energy. So I do feel like past successes are going to pave the way for you to begin new projects, most likely on a higher, different, better level than what you've done previously. So you've laid the groundwork for this new success. So I see this as even though it's a new beginning, I see this as a reward for previous hard work, all the hard work you've put in, showing that you can stay motivated even when other people, um, aren't with the program or getting lazy, not really into it or kind of negative. You're able to stay positive and motivated and lead the way. Which goes back. You've showed leadership qualities. You've gained the attention of leaders. And here are the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles just means we have a lot going on this week. We're juggling a lot of things. But it's interesting because in this deck, the person's like smiling and they're handling it, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at how amazing they are." But oftentimes inside, and this could be relating back to the Four of Cups, we feel like we're completely frazzled and out of control and don't know how much longer we can keep these balls in the air, and it's taking a toll on us. So unfortunately, you may be really on the outside, everyone may think you're doing a great job and they may not understand how stressed out you are. Um, yeah, so try to look for ways to nurture yourself again this week. See if there's anything you can maybe put off so that you have a little less stress. Might be nice. Wow. Holy smokes. And the Chariot. So this is just the take the bull by the horns, just make things happen card. So this card, traditionally, it's someone in a chariot and there's a black and a white horse, and they're both looking different directions and probably sort of spooked and out of control. And they're, horses are the type of animals that just react to things. They're prey animals, so they fight or flight. They react instead of like a predator that, I don't know why I'm using this example, but that, calculates and moves forward with purpose and takes action. They just don't react. And so in your life, and especially your work life, you are not just sitting back and going for the ride and going wherever these, out of control horses may take you. You're taking control of the reins, getting opposing forces to work together and taking action and moving in the direction you want to go in. So this is a really positive, strong card to get. There's literally not one negative thing I can say about your work life, but that you are going to, many of you, because obviously this is a general reading, really, even if you don't get recognized, maybe you're going to recognize all that you have to offer yourself and take steps to find a job that recognizes it, that you can use your talents, or take control of your career instead of waiting for the company you work for, the boss you work for, or whatever, to give you your accolades. You're going to either ask for them or move in a new direction that you are in control of, that you are in the driver's seat, and move forward with that. There could be travel involved as well, just because this is the Chariot. So super, super positive in the work. And here we have the King of Rods. So the King of Rods is a very passionate, enthusiastic king. He's able to lead and keep people enthused and motivated long after, the initial excitement of something has worn off. That's his greatest strength. So, in light of the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, maybe I feel like if there's someone in your life who's always, gives you a pep talk or a pat on the back that always lifts you up and encourages you, it may be a good idea to get in touch with that person or talk to someone in leadership that usually has good ideas, to maybe just help give you a boost, a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of a pat on the back, and some encouragement to help you get through the busyness of this week, especially when you're already maybe feeling a little bit down for some reason. This king will definitely help you get a little spark going back in your life. Okay, let's move on to love. The World. Coming full circle, feeling on top of the world, a completion and a new beginning. So this is, the ultimate love card of the tarot, even above the Lovers, if you ask me. Emotional fulfillment, union, affinity, coming together of two things and almost forming a third thing. A true bond at a very, very deep emotional level. It's a beautiful card. But they're waist deep in these emotions. They're all into the emotions. The moon's out. They're in water. It's, it's very much an emotional connection at this point, which is the basis of attraction on, usually. But is there the substance there to keep it going? Because that can fade. Oh my God. I've done Aries. They got the Two of Cups and this card. And when I put these cards back, first of all, I separate them and put them into the middle of the deck. I don't just put them all three stacked together and then shuffle. I put them, like I put this one here and the other one there and the other, I separate them. Wow. Crazy. So this is about taking a step back. So this lady's alone and she's up high and she's gaining perspective and she's really thinking. She's looking at this crystal ball, this light. She's really making sure that she's seeing the big picture. Not just, right here, it's like all just wallowing in emotions with this person, which is wonderful, but making sure that you don't lose yourself in a relationship or lose yourself in the yearning for a relationship, and making sure you're balanced and you're looking at the big picture and you're not losing sight of your passions. And wands are passions, work, growth, energy, motivation, that you're still motivated. You're motivated in the relationship if you're in one, or your motivation for a relationship is appropriate. And then you're still balancing all the other things that you want in your life, and taking a step back and looking at the big picture and making sure everything's going okay. Reassessing, just checking in with yourself and what you truly want. So I think with the World card here, and this is a similar message to the other reading, is that for some of you, when you gain this perspective, your relationship may come to an end. You may decide that, and there are so many great people in this world that just are not a match for who they're with, and it doesn't necessarily mean the other person's not a good person. That you're not a match. So if you do need to end a relationship this month, someone may have wronged you, and if someone cheats on you or whatever, abuses you, yes, of course, you're going to feel animosity towards them. But often it's just two good people that aren't matches, and, wish each other well, that, don't need to drag each other down or be resentful or carry negativity forever. So just if things are coming full circle, coming to a completion, she's kind of sitting up here again, gaining a perspective. She's on top of the world even, and just sort of staying grounded, and she's above the water here, but she's transforming. She's letting things go. She has the butterflies, and she's allowing to move forward in a different way. For some of you will have ended a relationship and a new one's going to come in. So just make sure that it's not happening too fast. Make sure you're looking at the big picture and not just wallowing in emotions to the exclusion of other parts of your life. I know people that get into a relationship and they just disappear. And I know that happens, and it's okay. That's fine. But then, when something happens, it's like, then they're like all of a sudden back, and it can build up resentment. So make sure you're balanced and you're not so all encompassed in meeting someone new that you don't keep perspective about everything in your life and keep things balanced. It's much healthier that way, right? I'm single, so don't listen to anything I'm saying about relationships. Yeah. I like this card. It's a smart move for a relationship. If you feel like you're getting in too deep or a little too emotional, just take a step back. It's okay. Doesn't mean it's going anywhere. It doesn't mean you're not 100% into the relationship. It's being balanced and smart and balanced. They're really beautiful cards. You could be, the world also can be taking a relationship to a new level, getting engaged, getting married, getting pregnant, all sorts of those types of things can be happening. And whenever you do have sort of a new phase in life, it does sometimes make you reflect and think where you've been and where you're going, and putting things in perspective. So thanks so much for watching.